then when one of the things that I've wanted to kind of like process, or that I have been processing, is like, I love my parents and the way that they raised us, but the way that, like I mentioned, I was very kind of like sheltered. I think if my parents had noticed like, oh, Ben likes being outside, let's encourage him more to like do Boy Scouts. I would have loved to do Boy Scouts, because, you know, we did the survival TacFit thing, and I want to be able to do more stuff like that, because I've always had a heart for like the outdoors and wilderness, but I never had much opportunity to do it. So that stuff,
being open, right, to
being open to it,
to what your
and then
kids want
encourage
or need,
what your kids want,
and support them, even though maybe you don't agree with it, right?
Right, yeah. And I think that's like an interesting parental shift. You know, for I think the older generation, it was like, oh, you want to do that? Well, too bad. You know, it's not in the books or whatever.
Yeah.
Figure it out. And then I think, I don't know, I could be wrong. And every parent is different, so God bless every parent. But I think that the mentality has shifted a little bit, where it's like, oh, you know, Serenay really wants to do track and field more than jiu-jitsu. Or sorry, Sona wants to really do track and field and cross country more than jiu-jitsu. We're going to really pour into that. You know, Serenay really wants to focus on wrestling. We're going to really pour into that as opposed to jiu-jitsu. But always be encouraging them to try and be an open book. I think that's a note that like I've kind of jotted down in my dad book of notes that I've been making.
That's it.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, thank you, brother. Thank you for I think you're the top recruiter bringing people to legacy. You know, over the years, you know, these last whatever how many years, you're always bringing somebody new, and they've stayed, and you know, families are being created from the introductions and from the bringing people here.
I forgot about that.
Your friends and people trust you. You know, and you know, going to the cheesecake factory, and your manager comes out and you know, thanks us for lending you or having you be a part of, you know, they really value you, you know, because of who you are as a person.
It's a community, and it's a family that like I was not expecting to find. It's definitely a godsend. I love it, and it's one of those things that I proselytize. You know, I tell people about it all the time. I'm like, if I get a hint that you mention working out or fighting or anything like that, there was a coworker yesterday. I went to work, and I was like, you have any New Year's resolutions? She's like, yeah, I want to go to the gym more. I was like, what gym you go to? Yeah, you ever tried martial arts? You want to? And then like I have my whole pitch on trying to sell them on it, and it's not to get people in the door.
It's from the heart. They trust you. They trust you.
Yeah,
because you want them to do good.
I want them to do good, because it's like, especially when
you want to help them.
Yeah,
you want to help them.
Especially, you know, coming in here when I first started and having people like Danny, like Vici's Danny, the way that she beat me up so many times left and right, and then Monica and Andrea and like all the people that, especially when I was starting out, you know, now I know better understanding of like how to be defensive and all that stuff, but they still put so much pressure on me. It's like, dude, you don't have to be the big, strong person. So like, I pitch it to women oftentimes like it's the best martial art for a woman to learn. You know how to handle the pressure of someone that's bigger than you or stronger than you, and then knowing how to use your body against them. And then also it's like, for them and for guys, I'm like, I played football, soccer, and track. Even though I wasn't the best, I was always active. And I'm in better shape now at 29 than I ever was when I was a teenager. And it's because of jiu-jitsu and also TacFit. You know, TacFit, when I don't use it, then I start to feel the pain coming in. You know, jiu-jitsu becomes a little bit harder, whether it be incrementally, 10%, 20% every other week. I do a lot of TacFit stuff at home, like this last couple months that Celeste has been struggling with the morning sickness. I'll do a lot of TacFit movement at home. And it really makes a difference. So
awesome.
Having that whole structure. I want to start getting more into Muay Thai too, because I hurt my knee like a year ago, and so I had to stop because of that, but it's feeling better now, so I want to try and start diving into more of that. Hold me accountable.
Love it. Love it. Well, thank you, brother. Thank you for the person you are, you know, spreading the good word, being that person, the leader, you know, helping with all the teaching classes and helping, you know, helping all our students, you know, be the best version of themselves, you know.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Thank you for